What's Morales, Black Film and TV? Hello, folks. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Doing well, how are you?
Good. I think about a few months ago in the state that we're all living in, where we're all confined to where we're at, we can't do certain things. And then I look at this movie, and it's somewhat similar,
Mhm.
in which your characters have to find a way how to preserve humanity and discipline and order. Is there any other way of describing what this movie is outside of saying it's Lord of the Flies in space?
Yeah, no, I think there are a lot of similarities. I think that, yeah, no, you hit the nail right on the head. I think that this movie is especially interesting now, with the time that we're in, with everyone, living in isolation for the past year. This movie is about 30 people who are traveling through space on this mission to get to a far off distant planet. Um, and they're in a really confined environment. And I think that there's a lot of resonance around that right now, and there's I think there's also a lot of resonance around law and order and rules and whether to break them, and whether to embrace your truest impulses or do what's best for everyone else. And I think that's something that's we as humans have a hard time deciphering, have a hard time figuring it out, and I think that's especially explored in this film.
Lily Rose, do you see it another way?
No, I have to say I really agree with Tye, and I think that this movie, can also be described as kind of a journey into our, into the many facets, sorry, of our true nature. And I think that a lot of questions are kind of like in all the characters' minds that we all can be brought to think. And I think that this past year especially, we've all had a lot more time than usual to kind of sit with our thoughts and feelings and everything. And many of those thoughts and feelings can bring us to quite existential questions. And so I think that the same can be said about this film and the characters. But yeah, no, I totally agree with what Tye said.
There's a lot of actors in this movie, a lot of young actors. Was there a time where you all bonded and played games or whatever while you were making this movie?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Pre-COVID, so
Yeah.
everybody was getting together, having a good time.
We had the best time. It was so much fun. It was so fun. And like also just like we all got along super well, and everybody was just like really, it was just a blessing to be around so many people that were both like so professional and so good at their jobs, and also just like such lovely, like awesome people. We had the most fun. It was great.
Hey, Tye, what do you take from learning from Neil that you can take onto your next project?
I think it's a good question. I think he's got a lot of patience. I think he also has a very specific idea of what he wants, the film that he wants, and I think that he sticks to that. He doesn't let that waver, and I think it's nice to have as a director. This film has an interesting dynamic between the chaos and the momentum that it carries, but also the depths that it explores with these characters and their morality and their nature and their values. So I think it was a challenge as a director for him, but I think he's the kind of guy who's able to make sure those two worlds kind of collide in a parallel, in a really interesting way, and in a dynamic that works. So yeah, there's lots of things to learn and take away from the experience, especially from working with Neil.
Appreciate you guys talking to me. You guys got your sci-fi cred. I look forward to your next project. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
Have
thank
a
you
great
so much.
day. Thank you. Bye-bye.